What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are back with FX Racer Career Mode for round 7 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous video, that was the Monaco Grand Prix, I highly suggest you check that out. Fast bullet to you now. We got points. We managed to get 10th place. There was a lot of track limit penalties given to quite a lot of drivers, but that didn't stop Piastri from winning the race to extend his championship lead, and he's taking his 3rd win of the season. And by the way, he's the only driver this season that has won more than one race this year. And we are now heading to Bahrain, of course, next race. I'm going to show you the standings right now. And as you can see, Piastri's got a bigger gap. Antonelli and Hamilton are tied for points for 2nd place. Norris has dropped to 4 because he didn't score any points whatsoever. And we've fallen behind Liam Lawson in the drivers. And then the teams, Racing Bulls are now moved ahead of us, and Ferrari have moved ahead of Red Bull. So next, this race is going to be a tricky one, Bahrain, because it's a really tricky one. I think the handling of when I'm going for simulation one, I do tend to struggle with it. I think it is going to be a struggle race for us today. Not expecting the Alpine to be quick, so without further ado, let's dive into qualifying. So here is our qualifying. Now we're going the leaderboard at the moment. Norris is fastest. He's got the pole lap so fast. We go and do our lap. So if we go through turn 1 and 2, nice and nice. We're still doing this career mode, by the way. It's not done, but it's not gone because of it's still saved my progress. My progress is still saved even if the updates have happened. Yeah, so we're still able to have this career mode doing, and it's nearly, I'm not completely nearly the first season, nearly. Because the next race is going to be Miami, as we come across to finish our first lap and across the line, and once again it's another 16th place. And we're going to have to go through again, and we've got a track limits warning. Great. That means our qualifying session is practically over. So, unfortunately, well, we won't find any improvements to that. But Lando Norris is the man on pole position, with Charles Leclerc 2nd, Piastri down in 3rd. So, Norris is still needing to get a win. I'm surprised he hasn't won a race this season in the McLaren, but Antonelli sits in 4th, Russell in the top 5, Lawson, Hamilton, Verstappen, and both RBs of Tsunoda and Hadjar round out the top 10. So, let's see what we can do, making up for this race. As we now are going to get ready for the firing lights here, for the Bahrain Grand Prix, round 7 here, in Sakhir, and we are underway. And it's a good start from us. We get past Fernando Alonso. We get past also Carlos Sainz. We have a flying start again. We get up to the top 10 already. We're going to have to back off into turn 1. As we've got to take it easy. Careful. Look at Albon to the inside of Isaac Hadjar. Isaac Hadjar against down 11. We make contact with the Frenchman as we move into 11th position. But what a start it was for us from Albon and ourselves there. As we skip forward to lap 3 now. As we are closing right at the back now, Albon is right behind Tsunoda. As we're going to go and try and send it to the inside of Alex Albon. It's going to be very close. I think Albon's going to defend that position, but we're doing all we can. We need to lose it here. We need to lose it, but we're still going to have to remain in 11th for now. As now, later on, as we go towards the end, as we start off the straight, we're going to start on lap 4 soon. I am going to be able to get DRS activated. And watch how I get this, watch what I can do. As now we are catching right at the back of Alex Albon. As we are going to fly to the inside. Can we get the route done down the inside of Alex Albon? And try and get past Tsunoda. At the same time, we can't get past Tsunoda. But we do get past Alex Albon. Into the top 10 we go. Lovely move. We move ourselves into 10th place. A fantastic move. As we're trying to get past Tsunoda as well. I don't think we can get past Tsunoda, but there is a bit, but we can try to do it this time. We're going to go around the outside. There's going to be a little contact. Can we make the mistake? Yes, we can. As we now move forward later on, there's a train of cars here. Look at how much train of cars we've got here, but it's fair to say, Norris is built a 3 second is clear of Oscar Piastri. As we've got DRS, we try and fight those out, but we're not going to risk it into the up. We're going to go dive to the inside. So one can we make the move just like that? A little contact with ourselves as we nearly lose the back end. Again, it's really tricky to control this car with the simulation style of driving. Like the simulation style of driving, it is quite tricky to do, but I am going to have to manage it. But no, again, I lose the win. I get a track limits warning. That is not helpful. And I lose it again, and I spun it. Oh, bugger. That's our race ruined. That is literally our race completely ruined. Absolutely ruined now. We lost the place to Sonoda. We've lost out again as we are right at the back of Lance Stroll. We're going to pit in the end of the lap, by the way, because I don't want my tyres to start falling off again. As we are going to come in for the hard tyres. So I'm not going to be risking a 2-stop today. It's going to be a 1-stop. Looks like it is going to be a 1-stop for the rest of the field, as 12 is coming in as well. Oh my god, that Stroll is actually stuck behind the back of 12. The Haas driver has just blocked the Aston Martin driver in the pit lane. That's a bit unusual. I didn't expect to see, as I feel like we're the only ones on the hard tyres. So we're the only ones on hards, as others have making their pit stop. Gasly's also coming in as well. As you can see, others now. We're going to jump ourselves into 13th place. We've got past Hadjar on board to Leto. And now we got a bit of a train right behind us. 2 cars behind us. We get another track limits warning. Hadjar and Albon are next up. And off camera, we got a penalty for track limits. I didn't show you this. Sorry, I didn't show you it. But we got a 5-second penalty. Piastri's now into 2nd place. But now look at that behind us. Alonso getting under pressure there from Isaac Hadjar, as we are chasing him right down here for 13th place now, as we are going to try and go through to start off lap 9. We are getting good speed over Fernando Alonso. We're going to activate the DRS and we're going to sail past Fernando Alonso up to 14th position. Lovely move from ourselves. We've got to build a 5-second gap at some point, but I don't think we're going to get points here today. But we need to build a 5-second gap. But there is a bit of another train of cars here. We've got 2 other track limit warnings. I might get a 10-second at this point if I'm not careful. And now, here we go again. Now, this is Russell still stuck behind Carlos Sainz. He's had a terrible race, George Russell. And Norris pits. Oh, I think his tyres are completely gone. So Norris is coming in, and that's going to hand Piastri the race lead. Piastri is going to take the lead as we make contact there with Isaac Hadjar, who just brakes very early in the last corner, and we're going to activate DRS as the car coming in the pits. I think that's Yuki Tsunoda and Colin Pinto. We get ahead of both of them, and we're going to get past Alex Albon down the inside into 9th place. Lovely move. We get back into the top 10, as we might not be in the top 10 for long. As we skip forward now, we've got George Russell, who I don't think's had a good race. We might get past the Mercedes of George Russell though. Who knows? We might get past George Russell this way. I don't think we're going to get any points here because, well, it depends on the gap. Like, we got to build a 5-second gap towards the others, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're not going to get points, but we're chasing down George Russell here as Russell tries to go defensive. We're going to go down the inside. Oh, George Russell, can we get through stick? Is that possible? But Russell's trying to fight back. Russell does fight back. He gets ahead of us again, but we're not going to give up this fight here, as we're going to try and do all we can here. But I don't think that Mercedes has got good slipstream speed, as we're going to try and send it to the inside again. He closes the door on us. We go down the inside. Is that going to work? There's contact there between us and Russell, and we get in front into 8th position, but we're going to come across the line, and that's only going to be good enough for 13th. We finish outside the top 10, and Piastri does win with Norris and Verstappen first and second. And we were the only driver, frustratingly, that had a penalty. No one got a penalty, just me. Shows how tricky this track is today, but that's just really made things worse, because now we didn't score points, and Hadjar did. He's got 1 point as well. That's going to get them more advantage for Racing Bulls this weekend. For us, it just wasn't our day today. We just couldn't have any. We just got really unfortunate with the track limits. A lot of steering, we were finding it a bit tricky. It's tricky to like steer it with the simulation, but I understand. But it's not. At the end of the day, I think I don't really matter at some point. But anyway, Piastri does win. Leclerc, Antonelli in the top 5. They had a good result. Poor Norris, he should have won today, but he just came in for soft tyres on the second to last lap, and that effectively just ruined his chances of the race win. And McLaren won too, and again he misses out. And going into the Drivers' Championship standings now, Albon gets his first points as well, by the way, for Williams. Norris moves back up to second. Piastri's built a bigger gap in the championship. Antonelli and Hamilton drop back down the order. Verstappen's ahead of Russell. no change. Albon scores his first points, and the still drivers who haven't scored points are, funny enough, Colapinto and Lance Stroll. And then the constructors, the positions do remain as they are. But that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get to 1K as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys next time for the Miami Grand Prix for FX Racer Career Mode. Peace out.